Hello everyone, happy Sunday. So yeah, let's address the elephant in the room. Yeah, I have a headscarf on. I'm a black girl. It's 10:30 and I'm getting ready to go to bed after this. So I wanted to do a quick market overview because I like to plan my trades and my entries the day before. It is so important to have at least a plan, an idea before going into the market to take a trade. It just helps you kind of guide your day. So it's not always going to play out exactly in the time that maybe you trade, but when you have a plan based off of your overall market overview, it's letting you know, okay, if it goes that direction, then this is where the market may be going for the rest of the day, or this is a good idea of where the market is probably going to go for the rest of the day if it doesn't break a certain key level. So let's look at the monthly first. So we're going to check out the monthly chart because I'm going to do my up-down analysis and you're going to see me do it live. So all right, so on the monthly, let's check this out. Overall, right, we've been on a downtrend. So overall, crude oil, what I trade, has been on a downtrend, but what is happening is it is responding to an area of support. So this area of support slash demand zone, it's a very key level where it's holding. And we have bounced from this level literally about 4 times already. So this is the 5th time that it has came down to this level and has made some sort of reaction. My personal thoughts is that we still got a little bit more to go. It looks like we may try to test some lows from back in, I don't know, 2021. I don't know. But anyway, so we're holding right now a support and we're responding to that on even the monthly. So we see this long wick coming off that candle there. This candle here, we see a long wick coming up from the bottom, which is just responding to this area being an area of support. So a really strong level of support and a demand zone. So let's go to our weekly chart. So right now it's telling me that we're kind of going up a little bit. When I look at the weekly as well, weekly is showing us as well that, look, we're responding to this level. We actually have an inside bar on the weekly, which is, that's a big deal. So we have an inside bar on the weekly. So we closed above this demand zone with a long wick and an inside bar. That tells me that this week, although this volume is not really that strong though, we'll see, they be trying to, trading is like a video game. It's like a puzzle. But yeah, this volume isn't that convincing on the candle. It's literally the same volume of this big red candle. But anyway, so we got an inside bar, long wick rejection on a daily. That is something saying that we want to look for potential buys overall for the week. Look for buy entries. That's what I'm gathering so far. So we just checked the monthly. The monthly, we got a long wick rejection coming up from the bottom. The weekly, we got a long wick rejection from this candle coming up from the bottom of that demand and that support. And it's also an inside bar, which is letting us know there's some indecision there. And then when we go down to the daily, look at the daily. So yeah, the daily's responding too, right? So we had an inside bar on that monthly level and we broke out, right? But now what we're doing is we're rejecting this next area of support. So we're rejecting it just a little bit. Now, when I see this type of rejection is so tiny, it looks like a potential retest. Now, we don't know what it's going to do overnight, what it's going to do in the London Asian session, but right now to me it looks like we're just retesting. We're retesting. It's holding. Yeah, so it's actually holding. It's rejecting this 4-hour right here. So it is rejecting it on the daily. So now let's actually look at the 1 hour. Let's see what this 1 hour is doing. Okay, yep. So the 1 hour is rejecting this area. Now, as we see, we actually made a little double top and responded to that, this major area of well, it's not a major area, but it was a major reaction here. Like we dropped significantly just from right here. It was like a resistance created and we dropped, so it's responding to that area. Now this is what I'm seeing though. So although we're responding to this area, it looks like we came up and like we tried to come up, but we're rejecting now this area of 69.26. This gray zone I have marked is because there was some, basically my gray zones are areas of interest, like where I've seen maybe some support happening, resistance happening, and it's like the levels are really close. So I just mark it as a gray zone because again, it's an area of interest. So what I do not do is take an entry within that gray zone. So I like to see it rejected. So within this gray zone, it was a 4 hour level as well, but this level below it, it was showing a level of support and a level of rejection at some point, but it was so fresh, like it was created within that week, that trading week. So it hasn't really tested and proven itself. So I just put it within the gray zone. So in order for me to take my positions, so the confluences that we see is that one, we're on a demand zone and we got that long wick on the monthly, we got that long wick and inside bar on the weekly. And then right now, even on the 1 hour, it kind of looks like an inverse head and shoulders. Now, could be biased. So this is why I'm going to wait to take my buys. I want to see a break and hold of 69.26. which will also break and hold this market structure here. So this is where we started to begin to see resistance, and it came down a little bit, but it's not doing too much. So in order for me to feel comfortable with getting in buys, I need to see it break over this level and then hold it. Give me an entry, show me a pattern, a retest, and I'm taking this bad boy up for my 20 points, or at least up to here, 70 over here. So that's how I would get into my buys. Now for my sells, what I need to see is a break below 68.82 and hold. So as we see here, we've had some resistance in this area where if we cannot break above, or we see any rejection here, then we are going to try to make our way back down. So we again look like we're kind of doing a retest on the upside, but if we reject here, we are going to try to just go down a little bit. Now I'm going to be very mindful again with my take profit. I want it to come down and just take my 20 points and get me out, because again, you got to trade what you see, right? You can't have your bias going. So I know we're on an overall downtrend, but we could be doing our retest, which it looks like it's doing. So, all right. So I don't know if you guys caught that, but again, my entries that I'm looking for a break and hold of 69.26 to buy. And then I'm looking for a rejection, a break and rejection of 68.82 to get into my sell. So right now I look for my pattern. After I see it rejecting, I'm looking for that pattern and that rejection or that hold on the 15-minute and a retest on the 5-minute. So if I see a pattern on the 15-minute forming, I want to see a retest on the 5-minute before I enter. So let's see what tomorrow brings. Talk to you all later.